Hello everybody, how you doing? It's another rebooking video with Damon's List, and it will be rebooking the first WrestleMania under the sun. And I do remember back in the day, it's weird to say back in the day because the same year as Dark Knight came out. And I'm kind of weirded out to know that in 2 years it'll be 29 since it went out. I know it's Jason Solomon's favorite movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And it really makes me feel bad that it's nearly 20 years since then. Like I always thought it was so recent, it just felt like 10 years ago, but no, now it's longer than 10 years ago. Soon enough, I feel like I'll be like basically, Walker. It's like that movie was so good. In my days, movie meant something. And I'm about to become that person in terms of movies, that is. But yeah, I want to book WrestleMania 24. And at the time, some people, including me, including yours truly, were worried that the last time there was a WrestleMania in an outdoor arena, it actually sucked, aka WrestleMania 9. And some were worried that, okay, maybe that kind of show doesn't translate to an outside arena for WrestleMania. Maybe it sucks. And not being one of the best WrestleMania in the modern era. Sorry. I mean, this is a show that when it went, I think for a while, like they basically did free publicity, and sometimes I think back on cable TV, on Spike TV, they would show the entire show from beginning to end. And I really enjoyed that WrestleMania. Not just the outlook, because like the stage was awesome. The stage was very well done. I mean, WrestleMania 23 had some very good moments, and one of the greatest to me WrestleMania theme songs that are not done by Jim Johnson. Like, ladies and gentlemen, feels like WrestleMania. Light Up feels like WrestleMania. Weekend songs do not feel like WrestleMania. My House from Florida does not feel like WrestleMania. And nothing against hip hop, but there's hip hop songs like the WrestleMania 33 song felt like WrestleMania. But a lot of them do not feel like WrestleMania. And why can't I've nobody ever thought that maybe do a remix of the in an era where we just do remix and go back to basically play the teams of the past. Why can't we do a remix of the original WrestleMania song and have maybe somebody else rap over it? Like you get the best of both worlds. Why not? Anyway, WrestleMania 24 was one of my favorites looking back, and I split it across two nights. Now it'd be 6, 7 match per night, so Bruce Pritchard will not be triggered, and there's no excuse for people not to be on the card. And I would start it off the same way he did in real life. I would add the 24-man battle royal. That's why the 24, basically every year, the battle royal, which is adding one more participant. So the next year, WrestleMania 25, there'll be 25 people. In this case, you'll be 24 people. And like in real life, the winner, whoever wins gets a challenge for the ECW at WrestleMania Night 2. Not Night 1, Night 2. And like in real life, Kane wins. Now, in the second match of the night, Fit Finlay will be in a Belfast brawl, whatever match, but he'll be against Mr. McMahon. And I remember in real life, I think Vince McMahon vetoed that match because he didn't want to wrestle mid-carders at WrestleMania. I thought to myself, like, Vince is not known to be basically, he's a big deal in terms of personality, but in wrestling, like, what is he anyway? It's like, you want to give something to Finlay to do, you give him this, and Finlay wins. Now, third match of the night will be the fourth ever Money in the Bank match. It'll be CM Punk versus John Morrison, half a tag team champion, versus The Miz, the other half of the tag team champion, versus Stevie Richards versus Carlito. Sorry, not versus Carlito. It'd be CM Punk versus Mr. Kennedy versus John Morrison versus Miz versus Shelton Benjamin versus Mark Henry. Uh, yeah, versus Carlito. Sorry, versus Carlito will be in there, and yeah, that'd be it. That'd be it there. And like in real life, Punk would win. Like in real life, Jeff Hardy was supposed to be the eighth spot, but he got high. So no, Punk wins. Then in the next match of the card, you would have Batista facing Umaga and or Umanga, as William Regal would say, and Batista wins. In the fifth match of the night will be for the Intercontinental title. Will be Chris Jericho, who won the title in early March, defending against JBL. Their feud didn't finish. Anyway, they never had a proper resolution. I mean, Jericho got disqualified at the Royal Rumble, and then Jericho, I'm not sure if he pinned JBL or not at Elimination Chamber. It never was a complete conclusion. I would have the conclusion happen at WrestleMania. And yes, I would have Chris Jericho actually, win a match at WrestleMania when it mattered. Like he just came back from WrestleMania Armageddon, I think 2007, and he went on to lose his first WrestleMania back, and he's in an 8-man or 7-man Money in the Bank match. Should have treated more like a big deal, and that's what I would have done. I would have him beat JBL to conserve the IC title. Then the penultimate match in the Lumberjill match, you have Beth Phoenix alongside, on her side, Victoria and Melina taking on Mickie James as on her side, Ashley Massaro and Maria Kanellis with Candice Michelle as special guest referee. Beth Phoenix wins. Keep the titles. So, and the main event of night one will be Edge versus The Undertaker, because this is a great match that was overshadowed by Ric Flair. And I thought, put it across one night, and it would basically, you would show how epic it is. And I would keep every element of that match intact. And Undertaker wins with his submission, his triangle choke finisher, and he ends WrestleMania night one with the world title. Moving to night two, I mentioned I want at least one tag titles being defended at WrestleMania. We have Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly defending against Crime Time and against Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. I would have Crime Time finally win the World Tag Team titles that night. Like Cody and Ollie could regain it again and do the Cody Ted DiBiase Jr. thing, but you didn't have to do it right away. And sometimes WrestleMania is for feel-good moments. Not every outcome or every title change nowadays. That's what I think Triple H wants to make every title change be for the long term. Sometimes it's good to have a quick pop. It's good. Like, I agree you shouldn't have every title do this, but one of those maybe can happen. I mean, Paige with Brie Bella was the right decision to do. Now, if they're still champion by the end of summer, that's not good, but it was the right thing to do at WrestleMania. But that's what I've done. I have basically Crime Time win the tag titles there. You have MVP defending against the returning Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy wins the U.S. title at WrestleMania 24 Night 2. Then, for the ECW title, you have Chavo take on Kane. As hilarious as that 9-second squash match was for the ECW title, and for WWE's sake, the only ECW title match at WrestleMania, I would have been more of a back and forth, but still, it wouldn't exceed double digits. It wouldn't enter the double digits. It would still be a single digit match. Around 7 minutes, Kane wins, but with a tombstone. Chokeslam, tombstone, 1, 2, 3. No kicks out, of any finishers. You just lose. Chavo just loses. Then, this is when we hit the big time. The big matches left. We would have, for the WWE title, Randy Orton versus John Cena versus Triple H. And I want John Cena to remain undefeated at WrestleMania, but I don't want him to win the WWE title. So what I do is he's the guy who's not going to get pinned. So technically, you could say he lost WrestleMania, but he never got beat. And Orton would pin Triple H. Because why not? And if Triple H should win the next month, okay, then basically 1-1. In the penultimate match, you have Big Show versus Floyd Mayweather. Big Show could have won there. It's like he always lost at WrestleMania. He always lost singles. He always lost. It's like Floyd Mayweather brags about it. But here's a way out. He says, never a boxing match. It's not a boxing match. It's an unsanctioned match. So it doesn't count for my record. And Big Show beats him. So basically, you protect Floyd Mayweather. You tell him it's not going to be sanctioned. It's not going to be counting in your actual fighting record. It's just an unsanctioned fight. And Big Show wins. Because even in real life, I know they introduced a lot of people to basically try to protect Big Show, but if you're going to do this, do a mugging. You should have been basically, his character is being mugged by everybody else if you had to do this. I would have Big Show win. It was a fun little match. I would have Big Show win. And the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, and some could say the ultimate main event, Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. If Ric Flair loses, he retires. And same thing. I'm sorry, I love you. Shawn wins. And then WrestleMania, with basically with Nature Boy song, basically saluting everybody while the WrestleMania highlights played. I miss those WrestleMania clips show that was done immediately after WrestleMania. I miss that. And now that's not anymore. Are they afraid that people are just going to watch the clips on YouTube? No, we're going to watch the whole card. And I nearly forgot, but the Hall of Fame class of 2008, I would keep it around the same. Ric Flair, the Briscoes, Rocky Maivia, Peter Johnson, Mae Young, uh, Gordon Soley, Eddie Graham, and I would add a celebrity here, and I would add Cyndi Lauper. I would add Cyndi Lauper, but everything else, that would be this. So that's for WrestleMania 24. I'm going to do WrestleMania 25 now. Let me know what you think, up to date of all this. See you guys later. Peace.